Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the Sluice. Practice number 2. Let's showtime.
Like, what's going on in this house is sort of a microcosm of the whole fucking dispute.
Dude, this is gonna be the fervent years, man.
It's weird how apparent New York City makes it that things do not last.
Sorry.
Even things that you want, you know? Like, because the real estate's so expensive, because it's so desirable, the city can change its mind about you real fast. And this in particular, you know, like, I care about this space a lot. I mean, it was something that, like, was very cared for and time-worn, and, like, the result of a multitude of little decisions made by a lot of people. Dude, like, when I got this chair, I got it because it looked like kind of a cross between Captain Kirk's chair and, like, a chair that might be on the Dick Cavett show. You know, like, it looks like a 70s talk show host chair. But it's, like, it broke, so I just put it on the floor, and it's kind of, like, at this fucked up angle. And, like, I'm interviewing people from the floor, like, in the lotus position. You know, like, we're just having this very, like, in the round kind of kumbaya vibe, right. You know what I mean? But it is a talk show. This whole house is a set. You know?
He's a lot smaller than us.
Yo, did you see that?
We're like a planet to him.
Watch. I love it when it drops. When the spider just drops. Like, how do they know to spin these webs, man?
How do they know how to do that? Who taught you that?
Yeah. Now, where did this spider come from, dude? You guys have a nest in the house somewhere?
Blurry footage. Blurry spider. It's crazy.
That's pretty good parking.
How about for scale?
Whoa. So I am in the Lower Gowanus Tuesday morning, about to be on this Thompson dude's podcast.
It gets back to people buying shit. It's more about the consumer.
Right.
It's more about actually, like, okay,
She's a materialist.
yeah, she's a prop. She looks beautiful.
She's a spokesmodel.
Yeah,
you know?
and so the person watching that will just be like, oh fuck, what do I need to buy to get myself there? Whereas
But, you know,
I think
I
what
do
you're
think-
doing is actual voyeurism though, because what you said before, where it's like, okay, I'm genuinely interested in these people. You're obviously curating it, and it's not like, oh, you're a hoot every single moment of the day, but I'm like, you're an interesting person, you have interesting ideas.
Right.
If you watch it, you kind of like, I'm genuine. It's like more actual voyeurism. Whereas the contrived shows, I'm like, they don't seem like real people.
Yeah.
And even if they do,
They're skillfully managing what you're seeing.
Yeah, and I'm just not I'm not
To be
interested.
fair to Kim Kardashian, though, like, I do feel like celebrity is kind of like maybe the art form of the age. Like, our culture has decayed that much that, like, Kim Kardashian can get famous. She's like a facsimile of Paris Hilton. She self-consciously adopted the sex tape as a career move. It launched her whole career, and she hasn't really even attempted, like, did she even have an album or anything? Like,
No,
at least Paris Hilton, like, tried to be like, oh, I'm a DJ, or, like, I'm going to release an album or something, whereas, like, Kim Kardashian is pure celebrity. And the fact that she's able to be successful as she has without any, like, even attempt at, like, talent. Like, she married Kanye. Like, Kanye's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Like, and he wants Kim Kardashian. Like, she is, I mean, I hate to say it, but she is some kind of artist, and, like, she is good at what she's doing. It's hard because as my life has gotten more dramatic and storylines have developed with people in the show that would make pretty compelling, like, gossipy Jerry Springer television.
Yeah.
I don't really want the show to be about that, but I feel like people would start watching it maybe if I made it about that. Like I said, it was just sort of supposed to be about like the beauty of having a small, uneventful life, you know, like walking down the street at 4 a.m. after the subway train, like, is going express, like, way past your stop, and, like, or you fall asleep and you miss your stop, like, that's a little story that's, like, kind of cool and interesting, you know, like, the show is just a catalog of things like that, whereas now, I sort of have established all these people, like, I imagine from watching the show, that people sort of know, like, who my friend Jake is, or who Caitlin is, or who the people in the house are, you know. So, like, that's already developed. And I don't want it to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want it to be a place to settle my personal vendettas. But, like wrestling sort of incorporated personal, real-life storylines into the show to sort of make it hotter and make it more passionate, make it more truthful and more engaged in a way. Like I said, you can express things through the character that you can't, that you would be being the closed off kind of introverted person that you are, or you wouldn't bring out in as your real self.
I think also even the most esoteric novel needs some humans knocking about in, like, because otherwise it just becomes clutching as just a guy inside his own head. You need to throw some actual characters in there. And I guess just to wrap things up with the show, how your commitment to the cause and, like, involving other people in the show and stuff like that, what's kind of you said that you were, like, questioning where does that kind of, like, lie, the bringing other people into the mix, and whether that's going to cause actual personal conflict, or like where are you at with it now?
I want people to understand that when I film them, it is an act of love. Like, I'm just paying attention to them, and I'm trying to display how incredible they are. And by investigating and hypothesizing about their inner turmoil or something, that's only me paying attention to them. And I do think that it's meant to be a gift.
So you think that I'm just reading into that. That's what the problem has been. You've included. Because having watched it, I haven't really thought that you've betrayed anyone. Yeah. Because it's obviously mostly about you. Yeah. And we were watching Reality Bites, and then like I was like, oh, I'm kind of like that guy. And my friend goes, you're kind of like Steven Zahn, man. What are you doing?
Fuck you. No, I'm the alpha male, fucking Ethan Hawke.